Well, so far, the group has continued their journey on the ocean, and we beared off course to look at a sparkly item off on the horizon, and a cold wind has been blowing towards us. As the party approaches, the crew members offer them a ride on a rowboat out to investigate this giant icy wall. After much sucking at dexterity saves, the two dwarves have now succeeded, especially Skargoth with his natural 20, the first of the evening, to climb a rope and get to where they're going.
Alright, so, you reach a stiff ice... Jesus. You struggle up the cliff face, and you keep your grip on the icy surface. You get over the icy ridge, and a dense fog surrounds you. There are thick ice banks and sharp glaciers sticking out of the ground. It's difficult to see anything in front of you due to the fog, so you guys are kind of just going to have to trudge forward through this mist.
Would light help?
This crazy fog. That's nothing I'm not used to. We have Oscar with us.
Yeah.
He's a foggy.
Always smoking from his pipe.
He's always smoking from the pipe, he is. It's always foggy.
Alright, so how do you want to progress? Because it's really foggy, you can't really see anything that's going on.
I will pull out my sword and say, Elsvarf!
Elsvarf.
Light it, and
Lights,
it
yep.
gives up 40 feet of light. Now, it might be dimmed, I don't know, by the
This
fog,
is, once you pull out Elsvarf and use it, it doesn't provide much light, as if this fog is from a supernatural source. Like there's some reason.
Almost like the fire is supernatural
So
too,
how
but
far
it's
in
the
front of
two
me
of
can
them
I-
are fighting against each other.
How far in front
Does
did
it
I
look
see?
like that?
Like,
You don't see very far in front of you.
So-
It's difficult to see even in front of your own face. You see about 10 feet right now.
Okay. But, like, the party's not so dense that the party would get lost. Like, we would,
No,
we
you're
would
not
lose
going to lose
eyesight of
each
each other.
other.
Okay.
No. But do you guys want to just trudge forward?
Can we hear each other pretty well?
You can hear pretty well. There is a blistery wind.
I don't want anyone to get lost from the party.
Right.
Should we hold on to a route together, or is it that? Is it
Hold
that?
hands. Well,
Is
that's
it
what
that-
he just said. It wasn't that. It
It's
wasn't
not that bad. Like
It's not that bad.
okay, all right.
You're
Yeah,
probably
that's
not going to get
what I was
separated.
asking earlier.
It's not a blizzard. It's
Okay.
just
Let's just trudge
dense
forward
fog.
then.
Yeah.
Let's trudge forward.
Alright,
then.
so you trudge forward.
I can take point if the sword helps. If it doesn't help at all, then I don't care about taking point. I'll let the ranger take point.
Alright, so as you're trudging through this fog, you hear a roar out in the distance, and something comes barreling up towards you through the fog, and it is
I would like to ready my sword.
2 large white bears.
Oh, I saw this episode of Game of Thrones.
I saw this episode of Game of Thrones. Yeah, that's what I did.
I don't have those. Sucks. No
Polar bears! Wow!
Are they
Roll
dead?
for initiative. No, they're not undead polar bears.
Oh no!
15.
Roll with advantage, Nathan.
Ooh. You're not the only one rolling nat 20s tonight.
Nice.
Now, this is the part where we see if we remember how to play.
I was going to say, I wrote down I have advantage on initiative, so
You do.
yeah, so I just always not much better.
You and Nathan both have advantage on initiative because you're an Unearthed Arcana ranger and he has a shield.
Alright, so I rolled for the pirates as a group, just so you guys know. Now you guys can tell me your initiatives.
Oh yeah, I got to roll for mine.
15, 14, 7.
9.
Okay. So,
As per usual. But I've already got a lit sword. I'm ready. I'm ready for him to come.
does your cat have a name?
I'm about to go Benji Stark on these motherfuckers with his
Scar.
Scar. Right, I remember that. We renamed him Scar after the
Benjamin Stark with
after the
what?
snakes.
with his chain mace.
Oh, you have a chain mace.
It says mace on chain.
I
Yeah,
don't remember that.
I do remember that because it was the exotic weapons that were sold by Al of the desert.
You are going to go Benjamin Stark. That's cool as shit.
A homage to the Game of Thrones. Which
It
comes
is,
out in
and
April.
an unintentional homage as
it's
well.
just-
Yeah, it just happens to be that way.
Yeah. All right, so the polar bears rolled highest in initiative, surprisingly.
Oh, good. I can't wait to get eaten by a...
Right.
So the polar bears got the initiative here.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'll take the one on the right.
How do I always end up at point?
I don't know how you took point, but you did.
How did you end up
Crit
on point?
fail for my first attack.
Adam Greentree has a new buffalo pelt.
Does he really? Who is Adam Greentree? That guy who with a beard who's like, I'm an operator.
16 doesn't hit you, does it?
Nope.
He's an Australian bow.
Well, then it
Oh.
misses on both of its attacks.
Killed it with
I
a
rolled as a
bow.
group for them.
Very nice.
I'm not going to attack a cat.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I want to hunt with
Very
a
honorable
beard.
of you.
Nathan, does 18 hit?
No, I have a shield.
Okay,
And it's
thank
tru-
you.
And it's truly 19.
Yes, okay, thank you.
No,
All right then, the polar bears are going to attack again. And it's even lower. All right, so the polar bears lunge forward and begin swiping at you guys, desperately trying to kill you. You successfully jump out of their way, and you block them with your shield. Next person's turn, it is Helquin.
Very nice.
Nah.
Very nice.
Luke Skywalker the fuck up.
I was singing so, yes. I pulled out my sunblade. Sweet biscuits.
Here comes the sun.
I'm also-
Doo-doo-doo-doo. That's not a very impressive theme song. Here comes the
And it's-
sun. Dee 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 dee. You're gonna kill those motherfuckers.
Worst thing is,
I'm trying to figure out if I should use my hunter's mark or not.
Why would you never not use Hunter Mark?
I guess you're.
How many spell slots you got? 4 now?
I got 5 spell slots, right? Is that how that works? 5?
Yeah, you got 4 of these.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, pop a Hunter's Mark, man.
Alright.
pop it.
I pop a Hunter's Mark if I was you.
Pop that
nigga.
shit.
Alright, cool. So I cast Hunter's Mark. I have my sweet lightsaber. And we're going to see how it goes here.
We need a Hunter's Mark.
He already got one.
Alright, I got
He's already got one.
Oh, okay.
one. How does 25 do?
25 against a polar bear's armor class.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you sure? I mean,
Yes.
I just want to make sure.
Shit.
8, and then I get to roll a d6 for the 12 plus 7, 19 damage, sir.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where's my lightsaber going?
when you splice through this polar bear and its guts go flying all over my face, I go, ugh!
Smells
I thought it smelled worse on the outside! Ah! Yes! I
Okay.
got it in there!
After Helquin, it's Oskar. Oskar Van Dab.
I'm gonna
No,
hold.
that one sucks.
No, that's not polar bear fight.
No,
that's
that's
like,
not a
I
polar bear
just
fight.
discovered some mystical thing. There you go. That sounds like, oh man, I'm totally Hurley and I just found a fucking polar bear running around the island. How the fuck did that
Has
happen?
anyone ever told you that?
Thanks, Trenton.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
I love you.
You're welcome.
I deserve that because I sprayed champagne in your face.
Yeah.
This is like 7-Eleven Slurpee.
It is.
I'm gonna hold it like this and thaw it out with the warmth of my body. You got
Ready?
to rub it like this.
Turn this down. Just...
This
Ah,
is it, right?
leave it up.
That is you.
So I attack this guy with my 9 lives stealer.
Oh,
Okay.
shite! He's bringing out a great sword. Cleric wielding a great sword, everyone. He's a war cleric though, so he can fucking do it.
So says 16 to hit.
16?
Yeah.
That,
Or 17 to hit.
Yes, it does.
6 plus
11.
5.
However, plus 1d8 because you are now a cleric at level 9. That's where you got the d8. That's your radiant damage coming out of your cleric class. That's
So
what
88 plus 18. 18.
I forgot to tell you. Any melee attack you make now, it's a D8 of radiant damage because you're a war cleric at level 9. I think you got that at level 8.
What did it say on it? Are we level 9?
Level 9 now, I think.
Nope. Okay, so what do you use? 9 life stealer. You take your you take your greatsword and you cleave through the polar bear. Cool. Wow,
Is he dead?
Amazing. No, it is not
screaming
dead.
until I hit the door, and you're like, oh, almost stopped.
Yeah, you cleave through the polar bear and it is severely injured by your legendary greatsword. Now let's see who's next. Pirates. Pirates, good to go.
Good, because I don't like going. It's my favorite thing to go last.
With 1 level pod spell that goes. See the cards.
And crit fail. Cool. And the last guy is gonna go. So let me see here. All the pirates move forward and attack. Most of them miss because they are jackasses.
I no longer respect them.
You know, they don't deserve your respect. But Drake Marley moves forward and he successfully pierces the
Drake Marley?
Drake Marley is your captain.
That motherfucker is like
and he
a
pierces
It's Marley.
the-
Don't church that.
I'm
up,
pretty
boy.
sure he's a Rasta fucking bard singer whenever he's not working as a sailor. He's probably like,
Okay, Drake Marley successfully moves forward and
I'm
pierces
a
this polar
rebel,
bear, taking him down in significant amount.
so rebel.
Next up after the pirates is Skargoth Stonesburrow.
Skargoth fucking Stonesburrow, back from retirement for the last 6 months.
Yeah.
He steps 5, 10, 15, 20, and I'll get right here. So I believe I'm flanking this creature now, am I not?
You are.
Are we using flanking rules?
Yes, we are.
Okay. I am
Flanking
going
rules
to
are in full
roll
effect.
to attack him. What size is the creature?
Creature is large. Large.
Okay. I just want to say that I've done this. So,
Oh!
I will attempt to shove the polar bear on its ass.
Why?
Here it goes. Okay. Will you make an athletics check to contend mine, please?
$17.
I have rolled a 28.
Ouch!
So the bear is now prone.
Okay. You shoved a bear
Now,
on its ass.
Not
Right.
only I already had advantage, but now I have given everyone advantage that goes before the bear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I am now going to start my attacks.
Good.
Here it comes. Alright, this is going to be 23 to hit.
Yes.
Bears.
No, the bear's using a shield.
The bear has a shield. He doesn't fucking hit. Okay. My first attack is 14, 19, 20, 21.
21 damage.
21 damage.
Is that to...
This bear is here.
Okay, so it had 21 hit points left. So how would you like to do this?
All right. I just take my flaming sword and I bring it up through him. And his fur just like singes as I bring it through his flesh. And his guts spill out over just like the Tauntaun in Empire Strikes Back. Bleh, it looks like rice and roni coming outside of him.
Good.
Bleh. And I will charge this other fellow.
Okay.
I used 25 feet of movement. 20 feet of movement. What was I? 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so I have 10 feet of movement left.
Mm-hmm.
25, 30.
Yes.
Now, I would not be able to go any further
This
unless
one-
I
You wanna move
action.
your hunter's mark as a bonus action.
Yes, please.
I will action surge all the way to here with dash and get my second attack. Now, yes, I can only roll with one dice for this one. This is 24 to hit.
Yes. That's a lot of dice.
It's a lot of dice. Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11. 19 damage
19 damage.
to this
Okay.
bear. bear.
Blue Boy is the second kill of the night. You've killed him. He had 12 left.
Alright, I run up to kill the fucking bears.
Okay, that's it. You just fucking kill him.
Yep, I run him right through between his big breasts as he comes down with his claw.
What weapon are you going with right now?
My
Flame tongue.
flaming
Got it.
sword,
You
Elzvar.
You have screwed up the hides.
There you
man.
go. Okay, you guys have successfully completed the first battle of the night.
Hooray!
Yay! 2 polar bears have been murdered. You beat 2 big, beautiful creatures
Next,
to
we're
death.
clubbing seals.
Okay. Battle with the polar bears is done. Is there anything you want to do with their bodies?
Yeah,
They're still warm.
help me skin these motherfuckers. Hellquin.
You
Can we
ruined-
have advantage on a survival check to skin this thing
wow.
together?
I would skin these, however, you ruin the hide with your damn flame tongue.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Oh,
There's
just
some nice
underneath
meat
when it's
there.
hard taste.
Yeah.
there's some polar bear meat.
So if you guys would like to skin the polar bears, you can certainly do so.
Skin the
If
polar,
you would like
skin
to
it,
use a survival check.
skin it, and take its claws.
Polar bear claws.
How's the head looking? Is the head looking good?
The head is looking very good.
All right, I'm gonna collect the head.
Okay.
So let's make an advantage roll for survival
Roll
with
survival.
your dice, and we'll use your stats. I'll help you because I'm assisting.
Assist. That is an action.
Use 18. Use 18 because I helped
So,
you.
Yeah. So, what is that? 25.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Getting a polar bear easier than it looks. You successfully accomplish it.
So what all do we take? We take the claws, the head. I just want a nice head.
The claws, the head, and 2 pelts.
2 pelts.
I'll
Okay.
take the second head if you want.
Yeah, I'll take both
Skull.
heads. Let's take
Sure. All right. So you
Write that down.
successfully skinned the polar bears. All right. So you just want to progress through the tundra at this point.
Let me take a short rest.
You guys want to stop in the middle of this frozen tundra and take a short rest.
About 30 minutes. Let me get my.
He's winded, all right. He did a lot of movement for a little guy. His legs.
Unless you say otherwise.
No, it's totally up to you guys. You guys can take a
What
short
time of
rest
day
if
is
you'd
it?
like. It's difficult to tell in the middle of this blizzard.
After we skin these bears, that takes quite a bit.
Yeah, but you've been out off the boat for about 2-3 hours.
Let's not take a short rest. I don't want it to be nighttime and
All
be
right.
stuck out here.
Continue mission, Charlie Mike.
Yeah.
All right, so you progress through the tundra and you encounter no further enemies. You reach a rocky formation. A cold wind chills you to your very soul, and it is coming from this rocky formation. From this angle, you're able to see that it resembles a dragon's skull.
Oh my god.
Perception.
Can I do a stonework history check on it, maybe?
Sure.
15.
That was not created by man.
No man carved this from stone. Not no Dory either. Or any race that I would know of. I'm not quite sure who did, but it is not natural.
Can I do a check to see, or can any of us, whose nature is good? You would probably be the nature character in
I
our
don't
group.
have one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do a nature check to see if we know the image of the dragon to be able to tell what color it may be, like a chromatic dragon
It is,
or a...
well, the dragon is just, it just looks like a dragon, but it's stone. So it's gray. I mean,
Okay, I didn't know if we could do that because, like, you know how black dragons have that
Mhm.
horns come out the side of their head,
right.
and we've met like 3 different
It's
kinds of
not
dragons
like
now.
it's not that precise. It's more like it kind of, sort of, like you squint a little bit, kind of thing.
Does it look like the Eldsvar dragon? Does it look like the Platinum dragon that we are friends with? Or?
Right. No.
Okay.
It looks like it's really a vague image.
Okay, it's just a vague.
Yeah, it's
I won't even attempt it then.
really vague.
Okay. Well, the only thing I can say other than that is dragons haven't really steered us wrong yet. We found some good treasure so far from anything that had to do with dragons. How about you plucky pirates? You know anything about dragons, do you?
We know anything about dragons? No, dragons. I know they're hard to fight.
Well,
They're not so
for-
hard.
For you, polar bears are hard to fight, so I can imagine a dragon.
Ah,
They're not so hard. I laughed with pride. How about you, Oscar, in your travels? Have you encountered many dragons?
one.
Well then, so have I.
Just one.
All right.
Yeah, we know nothing
So
of
What are you
dragons.
guys gonna do from here?
We
Is
know
everything-
nothing,
everything's
Jon
basically
Snow.
solid ice, right? There's no ground or anything like that. So
Mhm.
The only thing that isn't snow or ice right now is this formation.
Alright, we trudge forward.
Trudge forward. All right. Do you want to enter the maw of this beast?
Would like to examine it before we just charge wholeheartedly into it. Check for traps. Check to see if there's any sign of civilization that has been here for a long while.
So
or-
examining before entering into the walls of this dragon's cavern, you can see that it doesn't appear to be made by any human hands. It doesn't appear to be assembled there. It even looks like it was just kind of there to begin with, and it may have been weathered by time, kind of thing.
So I can probably tell that by stonework, just by telling
Right.
you. I know when something's been rounded out and when
Mhm.
it's been... Okay, so
Right.
it looks like it's been rounded out by the harsh winds and maybe ice over the
Yes.
thousands and thousands of years. Okay, can I tell how old approximately that could be?
Well, I'm not even going to make you roll for it, because no.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
just a natural formation. It wasn't built at any time.
So
it's like
almost
the
kind of...
Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
I'm
It just
thinking
gets
there's
there
an
eventually.
island like I saw a picture of recently that looks like an elephant, but nobody carved it. It looks
Mhm.
like an elephant. Okay,
That's
so something
what
like
it is.
that.
It's something like that.
Just naturally happened. Okay,
Mhm.
all right, I can deal with that.
But it is a big, gaping maw, and
Now-
you see inside it is a cavern. It goes down, basically.
Now get your
I would like to sheath my sword,
Okay.
and I want to reach deep within me, and I want to light my hand
Mm-hmm.
and shoot a bolt of fire into the darkness.
Okay, so you shoot the bolt of fire forward into this cave, and you see that it goes into the cave, and then it hits against the back of it, but you see that the cave at the very back drops straight down.
Ah,
So it's kind of shaped like
but
that.
no creatures ran at us immediately. So looks like the way is
But the
clear
cave
so
is-
far, but
Sorry. The cave is pretty large. It just suddenly drops off. So it is a big round opening where maybe the polar bears lived. But it doesn't seem to naturally go down. It just has a sudden drop off.
well, does there seem to be any signs of creatures living here, like dead bones or carcasses or
From outside,
shit? Or
from outside the cave, no.
Okay.
Unless you want to go inside.
Yeah, we would like to venture. I
Okay.
would like to at least make the effort to venture forward. Would you?
Yeah, I cautiously walk up to the edge of where we were talking. How dark is it in there? Is it pretty
This cave is extremely dark. There is no source of light.
sweet?
You're the only human, aren't you?
I have sunblade. Yeah, I use my sunblade.
You use Sunblade, and you can see that the cave drops down, and it drops down about 15 feet, and then it goes from being stone to being glacial ice.
Well, and I look over at the plucky pirate and I say, "That's a damn good thing we brought a grappling hook. Or two, isn't it?"
Yeah, grappling hooks are always useful to have. No
That they
adventurers
are.
can go without them.
No adventurer. And I tell you what, these grappling hooks that I own, which were made back in your home country, are nice. But wait till you see one that I can forge. If only you could set up a forge on your wooden boat, I would make such metal objects for you that would blow your mind. You wouldn't even need to go shopping for any of your hardware anymore.
That's a tempting offer, dwarf. Maybe we'll just take you with us.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have sea legs such as you. Every day I spend my life in absolute horrible treachery and horror because my number one fear is water. And I still haven't overcome it.
I'm sure we can get your sea legs eventually.
Alright, so you just want to venture into this cave, right?
That's
You
been
wanna
4 days
drop
and I
down?
don't have my sea legs.
Climb.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys want
We
to
would
jump
like
down,
to-
or
we
would
would
you
like
like to
to-
use...
We would like to set up.
Okay,
a
so
clever-
you're going to set up a system by which you can put in
I have
pittance.
pittance and
I have a Dungeoneer's pack, so I'm
Okay,
I'm set
so
to-
you guys are good. You use the pittance and the rope from your Dungeoneer's pack to safely climb your way down this steep 15-foot wall. And you see that the stone walls end, and you are in these tunnels that are made entirely from ice. The ice is thick. The ice is very thick, and there are colors of white and blue that are concealing anything beyond the ice. These tunnels are pretty large. They're definitely large enough that you can walk through freely. They're about 40 feet wide by about 10 feet tall. So, you guys just want to move forward?
Before we go forward, I want to tell you all something. I live in the mountain most of my life. You don't want to go making abrupt noises in such a place like this. You could cause an echo that would be so strong that it might move stones that are so fragile they could fall down on us. Let us proceed with caution and try to be as quiet as possible.
Great. So you guys want to go forward?
We move forward,
Okay.
yeah.
You progress further, and the ice goes from varying shades of dark white and blue, where it is completely... It's impossible to see through it. They lighten up a bit as you progress further until they are entirely clear, and you can see that you are entirely underwater. So you're underwater right now.
So would I be able to notice that, having been someone from an icy mountain that goes underground, be like to be able to tell that the terrain has now changed to something I've never seen?
Yes, you are surrounded by ice. There is no earth around you. You are underwater.
But a tunnel made through the water.
Yes, this is a tunnel that has been
At this
somehow
point, do I think
created
that I would
from
be able
ice.
to tell this has been carved?
Would you like to
Yeah, I would like to make whatever check you tell me
roll
to
a
make.
perception check?
My perception check shall be a 14.
14 on perception?
Yeah.
Okay, well, closely investigating the ice in this cavern, you can see that it is not carved.
Huh.
It hasn't been carved out. It's not like there was a huge glacier and somebody carved through the ice.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even make sense because the
Because
ice is clear.
I've seen tunneling before.
Yes,
Yeah.
you have seen tunneling before.
Right, yeah.
This has not been tunneled in any way that you could possibly
Okay.
comprehend.
Very good.
This clear ice is all
Aliens
around you,
sticking to it.
and you
Yeah.
see a shark and fish swim by through the water. So you are well under the ocean. You can't even tell.
Wait a
where-
minute. So there's a thin wall of ice separating us from
Thin wall of
un-icy
ice.
water.
A
Yes.
wizard
So shit's
has
moving
come
around.
through.
It's not like they're suspended in the ice. They're
Right.
moving around.
Right.
Oh
There's
my
a
god.
We're
thin
underwater,
wall of
yeah.
clear ice separating you from the ocean.
I feel a deep sense of anxiety.
I start tapping on the thin ice and looking at you.
Well, maybe you don't do that. How about you stop being a
Shaking-
fucking asshole?
Shaking in your wee boots, are you?
In my boots of striding. Say it
You're
right.
gonna need to stride the fuck out of here if this
I will need
cracks.
to stride the fuck out of here if you keep tapping on the ice like that.
So as you're tapping on this ice, you notice a part of it wobble near the top of the ice, and it slinks down around the tunnel, and
I put my hand over fucking Halquin and like push him back, go stop that shit.
and straight up ahead from the ice,
Obviously,
what
chicken.
begins to emerge into life is a large watery creature. And another one emerges out from the wall as well.
Oh.
And standing before you are these things that have just sprung to life from the wall. Give them marching order, and then roll for initiative.
Oh, so, okay, yeah, no talking to them. They are ready to kick our ass.
They don't even
Well,
have
I believe
ears.
that you and I probably would have been in point, right? With the plucky pirates in behind, and Nate.
So,
Oscar
seeing as
closely
you're
behind us.
surrounded by this thin wall of ice, would you like to Dracaris? Ilsvard? What is your...
Well, I already had it lit, so for light. So has that already affected us?
Well, maybe that's something you'd like to think about going forward.
Well, I
Not
had it
that
lit.
aspect.
I had it lit for our source of light, for the people who can't see.
I had sun. No, I had sun.
Oh, you had Sunblade.
Mm-hmm.
I
Which
did.
is not...
I did sheath it earlier, and I have not used the words
That's true.
ignite since. I'll just draw it normal for now.
Okay. You're rolling for initiative. And I crit failed
Right.
for initiative. The pirates rolled really good for their initiative. What did you guys roll for your initiative? 18?
17 and 7.
12,
12.
17, 7. Well, you all rolled better than my water elementals.
Okay.
So you can go in whatever order you'd like.
Halquin, you want to go first? I'll go first if you don't want.
You know what? Why not?
Yeah, if you don't want to go, I'll go. But if you do,
I feel like I
The
should.
pirates are going to go whenever you guys tell them to.
I feel like I should just use my sunblade because I don't know what.
you do whatever you want.
How, I don't
You
know.
have oath bow.
Yeah. So with fleet of foot, that what does that allow me to do here?
Fleet of foot?
Fleet of foot's like 30 extra travel spaces, right?
You are... Sorry, I should have mentioned this earlier. Difficult terrain, guys.
Well,
This is all difficult terrain because
Okay.
it's slippery.
Okay.
This is all
I
ice.
still have my spike.
You have spike boots, but those are not boots of the hinterlands. Boots of the hinterlands would give you full advantage, but they are not
Fair
boots.
enough.
Okay.
So
They give me
basically,
some
it's half
direction.
distance on
Half
everything.
distance.
Yeah, a little bit, but not enough.
Then? Fleet of foot would give me 30 extra travel distance, right?
Right.
So if I travel naturally at 30, I can still make it. I just have to use fleet of foot.
Yes.
So that still puts me where I am.
Because you'd just be at average movement
Right.
at that point.
Exactly. So, okay. I just don't know if I should start slinging arrows. How much damage it's going to do. Eh, fuck it. We can try.
Fuck it. Do it.
Yeah, I just love it. Alright. Go ahead and
That's your skill.
Hunter's Mark on the biggin there.
The big one.
And I'm going to shoot arrows at him until he surrenders.
Skargoth has deja vu of fighting something like
So you can
this,
dash as a bonus action.
but he doesn't.
The fleet foot
Doesn't
is
know
dash
how
as a bonus action.
Okay. Yeah,
So your bonus action is gone. After this. So
Yeah,
you're-
because I cast. I haven't moved yet.
Okay, so you're
But
fine.
I used my bonus action because I put
That's good.
Hunter's Mark.
That's
so.
a good idea.
Yeah. Alrighty, yeah, I'm just gonna sling arrows at this guy
Good.
until he surrenders. Or dies.
How many arrows did he have? Do we know?
25.
Nice. Fucking bitch. He's on top of that.
Alright, how does 26 do?
Definitely.
Does that hit your
Most-
dumb monster?
You stupid motherfucker.
Your dumb water monster
big,
that my
dumb,
friends
stupid
probably
monster.
Sadly,
painted a better
I only
version
do 11
of that I don't
Only
have in my
11
possession.
damage. Okay.
I'm glad to see it in action, though. I did buy that from
Well then,
Famous Funnies
that's okay.
in Melbourne.
It is after you. Whoever wants to go. What do you
wants
two?
to go.
Or pirates. Pirates can go.
Do you want me to choose?
Yeah, let the pirates go.
Okay, pirates are gonna go.
And I'll go behind them. Or you can go.
Let the pirates go.
The pirates are having a very hard time on the ice. They are slipping and sliding around, and unfortunately cannot even get close enough to make any attacks. So it is one of you.
A Scar can also go.
Do you mind?
No, go ahead.
I sheath my sword. 5, 10. Okay. Now
That's all
it's
you can
half
move.
movement, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This is
This is a
Far
very narrow passageway, by the way,
as
guys.
I can get. I attack using a deep power within. Wow! Natural 20!
Natural 20.
Oh! And I thought I didn't need D10s tonight. So I need 4 D10s.
Nice, man. What are you using?
Firebolt.
Wow.
I am casting Firebolt
You're casting Firebolt
for the
in
very
a very
first
thin
time.
ice cavern. Very nice.
The very first
As
time
long as
I've
it
ever
hits the
cast
water
it.
elemental, we'll be alright. If he missed.
The very first
you chose
time.
to do a fire elemental and you.
And
The very first time I've ever cast it against an enemy.
Nice.
It was a natural 20. Alright, so
Maybe you should use it more often.
14 damage, sir. Of fire damage coming at him from a
Against
fireball.
Big Boy, right?
Big boy.
Okay. Very nice. Okay, so this firebolt hits this giant bowl of water, and it fizzes into it, and he seems to be genuinely hurt by this. Okay. Well, it's your turn now.
Yeah. Since I'm not gonna make it too and get in the line of
Ranged.
That's line of sight. Right?
Ranged motherfucking attack. It's weird that I can do a fire cantrip.
Isn't it? But it kind of makes sense.
It does. It was a reward for a quest long, long ago. I got it at like level 3 and I've not used it until level 9.
14 to hit.
14 to hit. That is on the nosy.
So it hits.
Yes.
Guiding bolt.
Ah, the clerics.
Guided bolt. It's your signature move.
His signature move, so the cleric shines his hand and it flies forward, this
Oh,
shining bolt,
there we go. I figured it out.
and strikes the giant wet monster who looks like a freaking golem made of water.
Oh.
Woo!
Ouch. 10, 25. 25.
25.
25 damage, and it's against this boy,
radiant
right?
damage against the
Okay.
guy with the hunter's mark on his head.
Well, he's definitely not happy. What kind of damage was that?
Radiant.
Radiant damage. He's definitely not happy. That hurt him very badly.
Is he steaming?
He's steaming. He's, some would say, boiling.
Oh,
Um,
Dave.
This water elemental is definitely not happy.
Is it extensive?
Yes, it is extensive. So after that, it is now the water elemental's turn. They get to go now.
Wah,
And
wah,
they-
wah, 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 wah,
started
wah,
being-
wah, wah.
Oh yeah, your cat gets to go. Star gets to go.
By the way, even at half speed, he still reaches them.
Okay.
Oh, because he is a
'Cause he's
fucking badass
speedy.
He's
tiger.
got like 50 speed, so he's going to
Woo!
Yeah,
Here
exactly.
comes the
I gotta
beast
remember
mister.
how to-
Here
remember how to
comes
play
the
this-
beast
this here
mister.
guy.
Now he moves straight forward so he can pounce this
He
motherfucker
can't
because he's large.
pounce.
Is he large
Yes.
or gigantic?
They are large.
Dude, this
Alright.
motherfucker, he going down.
So,
He's in
You
charge.
can't pounce him, he's gonna go right through him.
And he would get hydrated.
so hydrated.
He's been
He would be-
thirsty.
He would be
love
well
water.
hydrated.
11.
11 to hit.
11, no.
11 is
14.
unfortunately not quite.
Thanks, that's not good. That's not a good roll.
Not a very good roll.
Not a very good
So,
roll.
your
Don't you
cat
have- no.
runs forward
You don't
and
have advantage.
plays with the dancing water a little bit, but he doesn't seem to do any damage. Alright, so now moving forward, uninhibited by the icy terrain somehow, these water elementals move lightning fast.
He's gonna kill a red shirt. These pirates who are wearing red shirts who have come with us.
Can we lose?
Why did pirates wear red shirts? I yell.
The water elemental moves ahead and attacks this pirate. and it just envelops him, and he struggles for a short amount of time, and then he drowns inside its watery body.
Oh, that motherfucking red shirt is dead, dude. That motherfucker is dead. He's standing over him.
And then he just, once the pirate drowns inside this watery form, he just moves forward, leaving the corpse behind, ready to take his next victim.
Fucking hell.
Now, I'm gonna roll to hit the kitty.
The kitty, the kitty. The
How does 20 get a hit?
Oh my god, that kitty is fucked.
That's gonna hit the kitty.
That kitty's like, wow, I hate fucking water. Stop that. I don't like it.
Oh. Take 13 damage
Okay.
and make a strength saving throw.
Maths. 23. Is that gonna do?
Yes.
All right. Didn't have to do that.
Okay, so the water elemental moves forward and attempts to drown the cat in its body, just like it did everything else. But cats do not like water, so it springs out of the form and is very unhappy with this turn of events.
That cat says, nah, it's in fun, y'all. Get the fuck out of here.
So it is now
you ain't
the pirate's
gonna
turn.
take me on, no.
Drake Marley moves forward.
Drake, no.
You're gonna drown.
You're a novice fighter. You're not good at
And
fighting
he
yet.
rolls over 20 to hit that thing. So he is.
Well, I stand corrected. Go, Drake. Where am I at, Al?
He takes a swipe with his rapier, and it just goes straight through the thing. And he realizes that that isn't going to do it. He says, "That's not going to cut it." And he does a shit ton of really fancy moves and hits it a ton of times. He successfully knocks some of the water away from the water elemental, dealing a significant amount of damage to it. And it now moves on to...
Did you bring that bucket?
It now is going to move on to all of you. You guys get to go. Whatever order you'd like.
I'll go last like last time, so.
I'm gonna use my sunblade against this feller up close and personal like.
That one mini is so menacing. The other one disappears over there.
Yeah.
26 to hit.
Yes, that will definitely hit.
Sunblade in action. Luke Skywalker like a motherfucker.
15 damage.
15 damage to that water elemental using Sunblade, right?
Yes.
Sunblade.
Okay. Well, then that's going to be
Radiant.
really good.
Radiant and slashing.
damage. Yep.
Alright, well, you take Sunblade and wield it against this water elemental, and it seems to burn some of its water away, evaporating into the air. He's significantly smaller. It is now your turn.
So he's like less drowny. Like you can't drown.
Yeah. Can I hit this creature? Where is he at?
What do you mean?
Is he in this 4 spaces
Yes. Yes.
here? Okay. Alright, so I'm on it. I use a bonus action to create the fire. I draw my sword.
Eldsvard.
Eldsvard, I say. And
You-
it bursts into flames.
You use Eldsvard. The moment you take him out, he goes, Eldsvard says to you, "This doesn't seem like a good idea." But you activate him anyway, and he lights up the cavern, and the sword sends steam into the air. It is so cold here. But continue.
We're about to get drowned.
And you thought it would be my
I
fault.
I attack the water elemental. 18 to hit.
18 to hit the water elemental?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. That will be 24 damage.
24 damage to this water elemental?
Yes.
Using Eldsvard, right?
Using Eldsvard. Make it 29.
29. Okay.
Let him make a wisdom saving throw.
He rolled a natural 20.
Well, then he's not scared of me.
He is too stupid to be scared of you.
Yes.
Alright, well then, it is now your turn.
So, did I hear Chad's sword go, really? Do you want me to light on fire in here?
That is only in his mind.
Oh, so no one can hear Eldsvard but me.
Only you can hear Eldsvard.
Okay, very good.
Which, when it
I didn't know.
becomes, when it's pertinent information that only you should know, I'm going to hand you notes. Just so you
Okay.
know. But when it's
Okay.
stuff that's just like shits and giggles,
14 plus 8.
14 plus 8, yes, that would hit. It's 20. Alright, 20 damage, and what are you using?
Guiding bolt again.
Guiding
I was
bolt?
going to use Sacred Flame, but...
And that's against Big Boy,
Yeah,
or
the big one.
which one?
The big one.
Okay. 20 you said?
Cleric?
It's a cleric, isn't that weird for him?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
War Cleric.
He's a war
A
cleric, though.
war
Okay.
cleric. War horse.
Alright, so you use Guiding Bolt against this thing, and a good portion of it evaporates into the air. It is significantly smaller than before, possibly looking even bloodied, some might say. So after you, it is now Cat's turn, and Cat is the last one to go. Scar.
Well, he's going to bite him. He's going to try and bite them. You know.
Oh, that's good.
That's really all he's got. You know?
Yeah, well, he's gonna get a mouthful of water.
You know what? Actually, he's just going to disengage.
Okay.
He's just going to run back to probably about right there.
Okay, so protect your cat, save its life. Very good. Well then, now it is the water elemental's turn. They're gonna attack Skargoth, because he's right there. It's not gonna hit.
What is it?
It's 14. And it's even lower than that this time. The water elemental attempts to slam you, but you using your shield, you got a shield, right?
Aye.
Using your shield against this water elemental and its aggressive attacks, you are able to successfully divert the water into a different path.
How do you
and
know?
You take no damage.
When
So
you
now,
pour water into a cup, you become cup.
it is important.
Be water, my friend.
Yes. Okay, so Bloody Boy is going to attack you. I am going to take that one. 17 to hit you, Walter. No?
Yeah,
No.
your armor class is 17 now.
That hits you.
Fine.
Yeah,
That's
because
me.
you don't have your... Yeah, okay.
It's alright.
Well then, it is going to deal 11 damage,
Oh, no.
and you must make a strength saving throw.
Well then. There's no strength around. No, it's not very
Oh,
Crass.
fudge.
Don't-
That's
Play
a
it where it lands.
That's a mulligan. Play it again. Roll it again. Roll it in the dice tray.
I only got 11 for this strength saving throw.
That will not do, so...
I started ground.
Yes.
Where you is? Oh, you're by that guy. He's trying to get you.
Take 10 more damage.
Alright.
You are restrained and unable to breathe. What is your constitution score?
18.
I'm coming, my sweet knight.
18 is your constitution score. What is your modifier? 4. Okay. Did you know that you can hold your breath for 5 minutes?
I did not. Well, I do now.
that an interesting fact?
Isn't that an interesting factoid?
Isn't that an interesting fact?
So I have a
Thank
question.
you.
If I'm engulfed in water, right?
Time.
I'm engulfed in water.
Yes.
What happens to Sunblade? I'm just like holding it and
That
it's
is
just roasting
a
inside.
radiant light.
I don't know.
It is not fire.
So
it's
it doesn't
radiant
hurt him
light.
though.
So
Like
no,
being
it doesn't
inside
hurt
of him. I'm inside of him with a fucking lightsaber, and you're saying it doesn't do. Alright.
It's
I
making
figured he'd
bubbles.
spit me out. You know, he'd be like, no,
It's
don't
making
like
bubbles.
this one.
It's making bubbles. It's definitely making bubbles. All right then. Next up, after the two water elementals, it is pirates. The pirate is not happy with this thing eating you.
It fucking
so-
did. His friend in.
let him go!
He
You
says,
let him
and he
go.
rolls a natural 20, boy.
Huzzah!
This pirate loves you. And he does
He
not want to
thinks
see you
we're
killed.
the three best friends that anyone ever had.
So he is going to roll a good amount of damage. Not bad for him. He is swiping at this thing, trying to get you out desperately. But the water elemental is very cagey, and it is going around all of his attacks. He manages to deal
thing
damage to
flows
it,
like
but
water,
he
man.
can't get you out. Flows like
The
water,
water, my friend.
Yeah.
The water can crash or it can flow.
So
Gotta
This-
have kids.
This boy moves ahead and he attacks that water elemental, dealing a very small amount of damage to him. Piddly amounts of damage compared to what you boys have been doing. But Drake Marley is going to attempt to attack and fail miserably. So, it is now all of your turn. You guys get to go.
Do you mind?
0 to 100.
What?
Do you mind if I go?
Wait for 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
I don't have a whole lot to do.
I would like to use my bonus action to create a feinting attack to make it appear like I'm coming from the right, but
Okay.
then strike from the left.
Good.
That's a 9.
Oh, that's a 9.
Aye. And that is gonna be 19 to hit.
Yes! You're using L5.
Elsfard.
Go ahead.
So that's 33 damage on the first attack.
33 damage.
On the first attack, yes.
Okay, stop. He's at a negative amount of damage, like negative 20. He
Okay.
had 17 left.
Okay.
So,
So
how would you like to do that?
I just chainsaw through him with that fiery sword, cutting my friend. Oh wait, you're not in that one. Shit. I just cut him. I cut him apart as he like dissipates, just like that ride at Universal, where it's like
Yeah, boy.
when all that water goes
I see.
along the floor
All
and
right.
like drains away.
So, you use Eldsvard against this large water elemental, and Eldsvard says, "Okay, we're doing this," and summons up a huge amount of fire to evaporate away the water elemental, sending steam up into the air. It is so hot. This steam collects at the top of this cavern, and a crack begins to form.
I hold the sword to my face, and instead of taking a second attack, I say, "Did I tell you I love you? But you might want to douse the light."
You put him out?
I can't, because I don't have a bonus action available to me. But next time he will go out.
Okay. Your turn.
What do I have to do to get out of the same?
Oh, you have to make a saving throw.
No.
Make a strength check. Sorry. You're grappled.
22.
You are successfully able to pull yourself out of the water elemental. You pull yourself out of it. It tries to pull you back in, but you pull yourself out. Unfortunately, that is
He
the
tried to pull me
entirety
in,
of
but
your
I pulled
action.
myself back out.
Fair enough.
Because you're grappled, you grapple yourself out. Grappling sucks. That's a fact.
It does. I
Um,
hate it. I fucking hate grappling.
So, now, after you, it is you. You get to go, Uskar Vandal.
Uskar, come forward and show us your power.
So who do we have left? The one?
Just this one.
This one watery bin.
Do I have a bonus action off of that or no?
Yes, you can have your bonus action. Thank you. That's a free action, though. Just
Ah,
moving it is a free action when someone dies. Right?
Yeah, sure is. Yep.
15. 8 plus 7.
8 plus 7. That's gonna be 15.
15 to hit.
Yes, it does.
I'm using my blade staff.
Blade staff.
Oh, good! Your blade staff, a magical weapon.
Damn, son. That's a good roll.
18. That is 18 damage, and that is magical damage.
Plus his modifier,
Oh, plus your modifier. I apologize.
which is 3.
Okay.
18
So
plus
19,
3.
20, 21.
Alright,
21.
so,
Drinking age.
this blade staff is extremely effective against this water elemental. You cut a significant amount of it away, and it dissipates, and it is bloodied, some might say, by this action.
It's moist.
Moist.
Stay locked up.
It's more
It's your
moist
cat's
than
turn.
usual.
Scar.
Scar!
Saga.
Rip that. I yell. I encourage violence. Rip
Yes.
that ice water out of its fucking throat. If you will.
22 to hit?
20.
Excellent, that will do.
Alright. So I used Pounce
Okay.
He's gonna have to succeed a DC 12 strength.
I do not succeed.
Cool. So I get to roll a D4 and a D6, and you're prone.
He knocks that motherfucker on his ass, is what he meant to say.
4. This does a lot of damage, though. Well,
Woo.
I don't know how much it's gonna do, but 18 damage.
18 damage. Okay. Well, that was very impressive. You hop onto this water and stamp it so much that it spreads out all over and is somehow knocked prone. You deal a significant amount of damage to it, and it is not happy.
It's extremely puddly.
Yeah, it's very puddly. It doesn't seem to be in good spirits after that attack. So now it is the water elemental's turn. Using half of its movement, it's going to stand up. However that works. I don't really know how water stands up, but okay. The water is going to stand up, and it is going to attack Oscar Vandal. It is going to roll a 17 to hit you. Nope. No?
Nope.
It has a shield.
It
It is
didn't
going
hit.
to roll a 21 to hit you.
Yeah.
Okay. Take 10 damage and make a strength saving throw. 13. It's not quite going to do it. It is going to envelop you in its watery form, and you are going to take additional damage. Take 15 more damage. You are grappled. You are beginning to drown. What is your constitution mod? Fun fact, you can hold your breath for 4 minutes. Just so you know, in case that ever comes up. Alright, so after the water elementals, it is the pirate's turn. The pirate is going to use his action to attempt to pull you out.
What nice.
He's going to succeed. He pulls you out of the water elemental, dealing no damage to it, but successfully freeing you. I've got your back, friend, he says.
As he himself gets enveloped.
As he himself dies on the spot. The other pirates simply move forward and inspire violence for all of you to take your turns.
Inspire violence.
May I?
Influence violence.
May I? Anybody have an issue with that?
You may do whatever you choose.
Oh, thank you, thank you. So, using Sunblade, I go to strike the water elemental.
Hey,
18 to hit.
That will do.
that's a good strike.
That'll do.
That'll do, pig, that'll do.
That'll do. I don't want to call you pig because that might be an insult soon, but
That would be an insult to pigs. Thank you.
oh, you busted his chops.
It's going to be 19 damage, sir.
19 the wall.
Radiance.
Oh, what?
Alright, so this damage is radiant, and it deals a significant... Again, I just sounded like a broken record here. You swipe at the water elemental, successfully evaporate some of it. The crack on the ceiling appears to grow as your sword sends more heat into the air. Genius, thank you. It is now your turn.
Not Sunblade, his.
With a bonus action, I can extinguish the blade.
You extinguish the blade as a bonus action. Very good. I like it.
With my free action, I stow the sword, and I make an attack once again with my fiery inside burning shit.
You're burning
You unleash
shit.
the fire inside, and what happens, my friend?
We drown a very horrible death.
That's a 9 to hit.
No. So,
No. No.
you gonna say something?
I shoot the fireball.
You shoot the fireball at the water elemental. Unfortunately, it misses and crashes against the icy ceiling of this cavern. And the crack that was about 10 feet behind you spreads very far, very quickly. And water begins to melt down from the ceiling. And you guys are a little wet. Splash zone.
We're already a little wet, though.
Yeah, I mean, I was wet the second this water elemental came out. It was
Question for you.
beautiful.
Is that the only melee weapon you have?
No.
Alright. Like, that's the only
It is
sword?
now
I can always turn the
Your
flame
turn.
off, but
It
it
was
was a
for Randall.
ranged attack I made.
You have been pulled
The
out
fireball.
of the water elemental, and you get to go.
Just wanna make
Skargoth's
you
dumb.
have a sword. Yeah.
Skargoth's dumb. He's not gonna fucking just keep.
He's dumb, but he's also afraid of water.
But
Skargoth,
now,
are you
let's
trying to
point
drown
that
us
now
all?
Skargoth's on board in game. He's like, oh shit. I'm sorry.
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 sorry, everyone.
14 plus 7.
14, yes.
Okay.
That's 10. Plus 7, right?
No, 3, so 13.
13 damage total. Alright, and that is magical damage, correct?
Yep.
Alright, so this damage is good.
It's good damage. It's good damage.
It's good damage. It's good damage. You deal 13 damage to it. That's all I can really say at this point.
Which way is he facing right now? Would it be...
It doesn't matter. He doesn't have a face.
He doesn't have a face? Oh, fuck.
He's a.
You still get flanking rolls.
Oh,
You
yeah.
are still going to get flanking rolls.
I don't think I'll need it, but maybe. You never know. He is going to bite at the water. 20 to hit.
Yes.
Alright. Roll 6. Take a whopping 8 damage.
Cool.
Slashing type.
Well, honestly, Kitty Cat Claws do not do much against a water elemental. It is now the water elemental's turn to go. It's going to attack you. How does way over 20 do to hit?
Sounds like it's way gonna hit me.
We're gonna hit you, motherfucker.
Okay. 6-7 damage.
Alright.
And roll a strength check again, because I rolled to recharge, and it was good.
Fuck me. 13.
Well, that's not good
That's
enough.
not good enough.
Sorry.
Son of a bitch.
Some bitch.
12 more damage.
Kinda.
You're enveloped in the water elemental. And
Oh,
it's the
no.
pirate's turn. The pirate is going to say, "Oh shit, not again, man!"
Hey, I can hold my
Oh,
breath for
no.
5 minutes.
5
alright?
minutes.
Not my friend who's the red shirt.
The pirate is going to say, "Oh shit, not again, man!" and grab you and rip you out of the water elemental successfully. That takes up his whole turn.
Good thing we brought those assholes with us, I yell.
This guy is going to swing, and he goes, "No, you're not going to take him." And let's see here. He deals a little bit of damage to the guy.
He's a watermelon.
Drake Marley cannot quite get up to the guy because it is really slippery in here. It is now whoever wants to go.
Oh, do you mind?
I don't know. How close is this thing to die?
Do you mind, Uskar?
I'm like right there. I'm right there.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can make it there.
Good.
I would like to use my second superiority dice and make a fainting attack with my bonus attack. Try and make him believe that my attack is coming from low, when
Good.
actually I strike up high.
Oh, nat 20!
Natural 20!
Wow, rolling so many of those lately. Do you have trick dice or something, you little bitch? You little bitch.
I didn't have my flame sword alit at the time,
So it's not magical, that's what you're saying.
so it's not as good as it could have been.
Okay.
Boom.
It's 7.
14 damage,
Okay, that's it?
and then I'll make my second attack, which is 18 to hit,
Yes.
which is 12 damage to hit. 12 damage.
How do you want to do this?
I basically jump forward with my sword in the air, and I come down with a swing. As I go through the water element, and it's like water's just flowing over my body, and then like flows away like this, and like flattens upon the earth. And I say, well, I'm wet. What say we dry off for a while before we progress out of here? Well, that right there doesn't make me happy.
Yeah.
And there's a crack in the ice that's draining water.
Yep, the crack in the ice is continuing to leak small amounts of water. So that's something that's happening. You're using Cure Wounds on yourself as a 3rd level spell.
Yeah, I touched myself.
Touch yourself. Very good. I like it. Get nasty. What are you up to on HP? What are you up to on HP? Would you like to let me know? Or would you like to keep that to yourself? Okay, go ahead and keep that to yourself.
Risky business.
While you're taking the time to cast that spell, water is rapidly pouring through this crack that has been created by Skargoth Stonesburrow. And guess what, boys?
We're sliding.
You're sliding down. Everybody make dex saves.
Ooh. Well then.
How does 27 do?
Pass.
Yes, for which one of you?
Oh, damn it.
18?
Dex save. Dex.
How about you, boy?
19.
Kitty cat sliding.
Kitty cat sliding, getting hurt?
He's 11.
Okay. Kitty cat is going to take a little bit of damage. Take 2 damage, Kitty cat.
Oh shit.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. all of your pirate friends succeed. While you guys are make a perception check, all of you, for me, please, and thank you.
26.
18.
Okay.
Perception, 12 plus 4.
How does 26?
15.
Did you, as you are rapidly moving down this tunnel, and you are being engulfed in this icy water that is very nearly killing you with how cold it is, you swear something rushes past you, going toward the top of this tunnel.
The opposite direction.
In the opposite direction. And you guys reach the end of this tunnel, and you are dumped out into a large chamber. You can't tell what it is because you're covered in water and being just tousled down. So you can't exactly tell what it is, but you know it's something, and it is large with how high you rolled. Sorry. But you're dumped out at the end of this tunnel into a large underwater chamber. You can see that this large underwater chamber is a huge bubble under the ice in the middle of the ocean. This large chamber is filled with bright blue glaciers, and these glaciers are slightly translucent. You can see that they are filled with glittering gems and coins. And you can see immediately, you notice, a gargantuan ship is being held aloft by ice in this underground chamber. Underwater, excuse me. There is a glacier that is glowing bright white up ahead. There are a great many things in this chamber. There are masterful works of art that are frozen into this ice. There are many flags and banners frozen in. And there is... that one you can't quite see yet. There are anchors and other pieces of ships frozen in the ice as well. But the most pressing thing that you notice in this chamber with you is...
the water rising?
No, the water is not rising. As you're dumped out, the water does not rush in behind you. Straight up ahead of you is a frost giant. The ship is here.
And what is he doing? He's just standing there?
Yeah, he's kind of just chilling. He seems to be kind of a little
It's a
squat.
boat.
He's kind of squatting
More
over.
than a ship.
But
It's
you
a
can't really
boat.
tell what he's doing. It's a big ship. It's huge. What would you guys like to do?
Do we just slam down into the ground?
Yeah, you just swap into this big chamber because you've been rushed down here with a shit ton of water.
So are we silent, or does that motherfucker take notice of us?
Well, his back's turned away from us here, so I'm gonna say he doesn't know we're there yet.
Yeah. So, What is the ground situation? Are we still dealing with a lot of ice?
It's a lot of ice.
I mean, if I was yelling the whole way down, I don't know.
Are we
Are you screaming? Are you yelling, screaming?
I don't know. Can I make a stealth check?
Yes.
To determine that? Really good.
So we're still dealing with rough terrain.
Yes.
Fast movement speed.
No, you're no longer dealing with rough terrain.
I'm-
The terrain here is very well worn in, and you're not going to slip.
My stealth check is 18.
Your stealth check is 18.
You're gonna try. Why don't you go try and talk to him?
Good.
Why don't you go try
Just
and
trying to see if he noticed me.
Your stealth check is good. He has his back to you.
Tell him you're a nice person, and to give us all the gems in the boat.
I don't know what to tell you guys.
Do we see a path
I'm
around?
always-
I mean,
I'm gonna whisper.
This is a wide open space. There are glaciers all over the place. And these glaciers are very large, and they contain...
Do I know what the monster is?
Yeah, it's a
Based
frost.
on-
Yes, you fought one of these before.
We've killed one.
This is a frost giant.
Remember, that's how we got the flame. Who's the talking flame? Your ember for your forge.
Yes, you fought one of these in the Dwarven Descent, Part 1.
Part 1.
we should at least try and sneak around and get around it. Get into the ship quietly.
Well, the ship is encased in ice too, or is
The
it?
ship is encased in ice.
So it doesn't-
it's
it's
not
like you
entirely
can-
encased in ice, but it's kind of like... You
Yeah,
know
it's
what I mean.
held
We
up
can, it's
by-
being
We
held
can
aloft
board
by
it.
ice.
We can board it though.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can board it. It's being held aloft by
I said
ice.
he's killed a fucking guy. I don't know.
Yeah, see what it is.
I'm just gonna shoot
I
this dude in
fought
the
one of
leg.
these motherfuckers
I'm gonna
before.
shoot this guy in the leg.
You're gonna shoot him?
I'm about to. 'Cause I-
Okay, well then, with how high your stealth check was, sure. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Hunter's mark, and because the last one was an asshole and he wasn't on. So. I also have advantage on enemy that hasn't taken action.
Good.
Just saying.
We all do.
Ooh, good thing. I don't know. How does 18 do?
An 18 due to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you shoot ahead, and you are going straight for. What are you aiming for?
I want to get him like in the back of the knee.
In the back of the knee? Okay, that's what I figured too. I was gonna say
Yeah.
that, but I didn't want to say.
Because, well, I mean, it looks like he's...
You wanna knock him over.
Yeah, I just want
Yeah.
to... I don't want to hit him around.
Yeah. Okay, so you shoot straight for this giant's knee, and
He took an arrow to the knee.
yeah, he took an arrow to the knee very nearly. It hits into a large piece of ice.
kneecap.
This giant appears to be entirely encapsulated in ice.
Oh, wow. Well, that answers that for us, fellas.
So do you want a rundown of this room real quick again? Do you want to move forward? What do you want to do?
I want to move forward, but I want to like
She has
do
blessed
it,
my rolls.
not stealthily, but cautiously.
Cautiously.
I want to check.
Got it. So you want to be checking for traps. Roll a perception check. Everything looks safe to you.
I trust him.
7.
Everything looks safe to you.
I roll a perception check.
That's the beauty of a perception check, is when you roll
16.
low. 16.
Yeah.
Um,
Unquestionable.
you're still cautious, but nothing immediately apparent is questionable to you. This chamber is huge. You notice that right away. I
I
will.
move up to the ice giant and try to get
Okay.
and then a better look and see,
Okay. So from this angle where you're nice up and close, you notice that he's wearing a very nice belt. But yeah, he's entirely encapsulated in ice. It doesn't
and
seem
a
as though
solid block of ice.
Solid block.
Ice.
Yeah, you don't think he's going to be moving anytime soon. He's very
We
frozen.
can't chip away at this ice if we want stuff on the
I don't
outside
know.
thing?
But
I'm not
before
wasting-
you even get a chance to chip away at the ice, you hear, "You thought you could just come into my cavern, melt away my ice, and flood my tunnels."
It was an
I was
accident.
about to say the same thing. Not on purpose.
I knew it. I knew it was too good to be true. Mind by name,
Do you have any idea who you're dealing with? You hear. And coming from the tunnel right behind you is a giant white dragon.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh my god!
You've wandered into the cave of Frozachria, the ice dragon. And
Frozachria!
roll for initiative, boys. And the pirates crit fail.
Oh no!
So it seems you boys are going last.
Yeah, boys.
What'd you guys roll?
15 and 7.
15, 7, 2,
14.
14. Okay. Helquin.
Well, I'm going to use my. I'm going to switch my.
As a bonus action.
No, I thought it was a free. I thought you said I could freely change it.
Yes, you can freely change it. When someone's dead.
Oh, okay. Well, bonus action, fuck it. That'll be my bonus. My boner action.
My boner action.
Scar.
And I tell
Clothespin.
him, I'm like, look, man, you can give us all this sweet stuff and we'll go away and never come back, or we're just going to have to kill you. I tell him that. And I'm like, look, what's the deal?
Shouts it out.
What's the deal?
You think I'd let you leave? That's hilarious.
Right.
First one going is the dragon.
Oh.
Yeah, I rolled
I regret
real.
talking shit.
I rolled real.
Them red shirts
high.
is dead.
Saving throw.
For everyone.
All of these people.
What kind of saving throw?
Make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, okay. Pirate number 1, nat 20. Pirate number 2, 15. And pirate number 3, 4.
18.
18. Very good.
21.
21. Okay. Well then, you boys are gonna take half as much damage.
What kind of attack is it?
Breath.
So it's coming right at me.
Yeah.
I use my reaction to take no damage.
You can use your reaction to take no damage against a.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, Drake Marley.
If it's coming from one direction.
Yeah.
Has to be coming from one direction.
Drake Marley does the same thing.
So
I
I
do
like
it too.
rah, hide behind my shield.
I do the same thing. I just hide behind his shield. I move and I hide behind the dwarf's shield.
Ya boys freeze solid instantly and die.
Oh no, the red shirts are dead.
Damn.
Drake Marley tumbles out of the way, taking no damage. And you and your little kitty succeeded on the throw, right?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
18.
And what did you get?
Oh, 21.
Okay. 18. Actually, you're going to full fail. 18 is your highest. It's a full fail. So,
I regret playing all SmackDown now.
That was a lot of clicking.
Sounds like I'm dead.
I don't
So
like that.
that's how-
Helquin, are you okay?
Probably not. And you took 90 damage.
And you take 90 damage.
What
Goodbye.
I'm trying to figure that
is it?
out.
Just say it, I got a calculator.
Oh.
So what?
Just call it.
65.
65 damage?
65 damage to you and your cat.
And the cat?
Well, the cat's down.
The cat is dead.
Takes 65 damage to you and your cat. You would have taken half damage, but you used your shield feature. Drake Marley would have taken half damage, but he took his rogue feature.
Are you down?
I'm not down. But I'm in
You
the
just know
digits.
That was one attack.
Everybody spread out.
Holy fucking hell. That is a crazy white dragon.
He's going to use
Holy
one of his,
shizen.
He's going to use his legendary action.
To put me
No, he's got a legendary. Whoa. We've stepped in this shit.
Dexterity save.
All of you.
God damn.
All of us?
What the hell?
No.
He's down, so.
Alright.
Wait, so
Drake
are we-
Marley is just out of
Do I
range.
still have to do Dex?
Yes.
Alright.
16.
16?
Thank Jesus.
No.
No.
28.
Yes.
Are you serious?
You
16?
are fine.
Thank God. You have heals? I'm
Okay.
gonna need you to touch me multiple times.
Take 12 damage.
Okay.
Be knocked prone.
No, not prone.
The dragon shoots its icy breath at you and then flaps its wings, taking off into the cavern, successfully knocking you over and making you take damage. You are not knocked over, but it flies up into the air and lands down right there. After Faux Sacre, it is Helquin's turn.
I cough and spit up blood, and I say, "Is that all you got, you big pussy dragon?"
Oh no. That wasn't nice to say. You got to make him mad. As if you weren't already, man. Oh no.
He looks at me funny. I'm gonna die.
Here we go.
Yeah, we.
It's going to end right here in this icy cave. For all to know.
Alright, let's see here. Haven't done any damage to this thing yet either. Good lord. Well.
When I'm nervous in this game, I stroke my beard. I don't do that in the other game.
Alright.
You're nervous. Why?
That goes.
And
got one
I
character.
cast a level
Ready
3
to die?
Cure Wounds on Mustang.
We've got a legendary dragon in front of us.
That's not horrible.
And that's so.
I asked you if you were ready for a level 20 challenge rating. You said yes.
I said no.
Oh! Oops. Oh, well then this is gonna suck.
I noticed.
It sucks.
And then I'm going to use my Fleet of Foot. And that's all I got.
Good.
That's all I
Very
got.
good turn. Well, pirates are dead. It's Skargoth's turn.
I say we take this whole fucking cave down, burn everything.
Is it still?
If I die, we're all good.
Is it still half movement? Is it still
No,
difficult terrain?
I decided it's not, no. But you already used half your movement.
Oh, well, shit.
I'll make an attack with a firebolt.
Okay.
It's the only thing I fucking do. 10.
To hit?
Yeah, that's it. Can't do shit.
Scar's turn.
What is it? That saving throw? It's just a pass over 10, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you passed.
Okay. After Scar, it is Oskar. I like how almost all of you have some version of Scar in your name. Skargoth, Scar, and Oskar.
I have help.
And then helping.
I got help.
We're all stones.
Don't forget about, is Jimmy, Johnny
Will.
Chimpo.
Oh, Johnny.
I have Johnny Chimpo back on the...
Johnny Chimpo.
Alright, so
Oh, that
you
ain't
did
good, man. You
killing
can't even
word
start on this
yourself,
fucking
right?
dragon.
I touched myself.
Well,
And there's no talking to it and being like, yo, you know.
yeah, you can talk to it, but it just home invaders, bitch. Like you just came into its house.
I'll politely leave
'Cause
now.
I don't think, I mean, it's a legendary white dragon, right?
You don't know what
I don't know.
And you guys have already attacked it, correct?
Not
Well,
really.
Nobody has
it's,
hit it.
Yeah, we're fighting.
Nobody's hit it.
Or-
It is.
I've shot a
completely
fireball at it.
full
I can't
health.
fucking get there.
Well, let me. Hey, wait a second. Can we just talk this out, maybe?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. 18.
18.
Yeah.
It brings its face right in close to you, and you could see with how close it is that
Yeah.
it could literally swallow you in one
Yeah,
bite.
and that's what I'm saying. Like,
And it smiles at you and it goes, "You do seem to have a quite fascinating shield there."
yeah, I like it a lot.
Yes, nice shield.
So, can we talk this out, maybe, before?
I notice you all seem to have some very interesting valuables, it says, swerving its head around to look at your 9 lives stealer.
Yeah, I do, and
Maybe if you leave.
we're in the business of
Possibly
acquiring
bartering.
interesting things.
Maybe if you leave everything you have, I'll let you leave with your lives.
I'd prefer not to do that. And
It's all the same to me. Once you're dead, I'm going to be able to take what you have anyway.
Not gonna fucking happen.
yeah, I mean,
As I'm stripping down naked.
You're just like taking your You're just naked running out with your cat.
My dead cat.
what I'm trying to say is,
No
you know,
gonna fucking happen.
if,
That's what
if
Skargoth
you're
says.
into unique, cool things, and we are,
I have a monkey.
Possibly.
Do you know what that
Not a
is? I'll
monkey.
give you a monkey.
possibly, we could, strike up a deal without leaving everything.
How's this for a deal? I freeze you alive and you make another addition to my sculpture garden.
It's a very nice garden. What about humor? Am I humoring him to where he's like, he's not bad. I might keep him around as like a court gesture.
I don't know if dragons have a sense of humor.
No, apparently not. Or
Well, you're the DM, and you're gonna make that decision.
His offer was generous, bitch, because you rolled high on persuasion too. That was a generous offer. Leave everything you own, and you can leave with your life.
I'm not doing that. We could go and get some really cool stuff together.
Nope.
We could bring you back cool things.
Just ride around on the dragon's back.
Well,
No, it's not gonna
he's
happen.
talking. If he's intelligent and talking, then we could possibly.
Oh my god.
Well, let's just go ahead and alright.
Yeah, he's straight evil,
We're
bitch.
gonna have to. Hey man, I say, listen, try to strike up a deal and be your friend and get cool stuff together and all this good stuff. But you know, alright.
What are you using?
Guiding bolt just to.
As what? A 5th level?
Yeah. 28 damage.
28 damage. Good. Okay, so you blast this dragon in its smiling face with your radiant damage, and it seems a little bit perturbed by this. So now it is Drake Marley's turn, and he is going to draw out his rapier and run forward.
I'm surprised Drake didn't have any commentary to add to when we heard the deal.
He's not gonna be like, yep! Drake Marley rolls to hit this dragon, and he succeeds. Very well. Alright. So, Drake Marley is going to roll to hit. Alright, Drake Marley runs up to this dragon with his rapier drawn, and it goes to bite at him, but he jumps up on its head and stabs it in the neck. Yeah. And then he jumps off of the dragon. Alright, after Drake Marley, it is... Scar already went. Oscar already went. It resets, goes back to Helquin.
Alright. Well, I use a command phrase. Swift death to you who have wronged me. The target of your attack becomes your sworn enemy until it dies, or until the dawn, 7 days later.
Mm-hmm.
You can only have one sworn enemy in town. Can't pick up another until the day after the sworn enemy dies. Your sworn enemy takes an extra 3d6.
Right.
And you have advantage on attack rolls against them.
Good.
Yay.
Advantage on attack rolls. 3 extra d6 on a longbow attack.
Yay. Alright, so... And I get advantage rolls.
Yes.
Very nice. Jesus, are you fucking 18 to hit?
18 hits.
18 does hit, alright. 18 hits, so that means I get to roll a d8. There's d8. And you roll...
Did you just thread the needle?
Huh?
Did you thread the needle?
It's gonna do some damage. Oh, actually, I
No.
haven't... You know what? I haven't been using that. I completely forgot that
Because
I have
Don't
that.
do that.
You just
'cause
rolled with advantage, and if you wanted to roll with just regular roll...
Yeah, I've been forgetting about that. I honestly forgot
Okay.
that I have
18,
that.
you hit, dude. You took that.
Yeah,
fucking
18
shit.
hits.
Oh, yeah.
Take the 3 extra d6.
Well, I also have the hunter's mark on them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You said
12 plus 8,
21, isn't it?
21 plus 7, so 28 damage.
You take your arrow, you notch it in your bow, you proclaim, "Swift death, thou who has wronged me." And you shoot this dragon directly into one of its eyes. It's not happy with you, I can say that much. Next up is Skargoth Stonebrow. I'm sorry. For some reason, I skipped the dragon. So the dragon's gonna go now.
Shit.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna roll to see if I can recharge my breath weapon, and I can't. So I am instead going to step forward. I'm gonna attack Drake Marley first, because he has just attacked me. I'm gonna get 13. Yeah, that very well does hit.
Oh,
Alright, Drake Marley is slashed across the chest by this dragon with its great claws. It is now going to turn its head and attempt to bite you, Skargoth Stonebrow. It is going to get well over 20 to bite you.
Yeah.
It's going to get, a lot, 29. Take 17 damage.
No, that's not fun.
Cost 5. The threading the needle ability, what is that? What is it called?
How does 20 do to hit you,
Sharpshooter.
Scargoth Stonebrow?
What?
How does 20 do to hit you?
Yeah. Hits him. Again?
Yes.
Shit.
Take 11 damage. Alright, so the dragon moves forward. It slashes across Drake Marley with its claws. It takes a bite out of Scargoth Stonebrow, and then it flips around and smacks you with its tail. It is now going to use its frightful presence. Everybody within 120 feet of the dragon, make a wisdom save.
20.
Okay, you're very smart. Or very wise.
Fuck, I knew I'd roll low. 9.
Okay. Ooh.
21.
Natural 20.
God damn it.
You're frightened.
How long does Frightened work for?
I'm out for the whole fight.
You can't willingly move closer. You have disadvantage on attack rolls. Luckily, it's right in your face. So, you have disadvantage on an attack roll if you want to use it.
And I roll low. 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
24 to hit.
24 does hit.
10 damage.
10 damage. What are you using?
Just a sword. This fucking dragon's gonna about wipe the floor up with us. I'm just telling you.
You hit the dragon with a sword, and the dragon inside, because you are using Elvesbard, right?
Yeah.
The dragon inside the sword tells you, this guy ain't nothing, you can take him.
If you could come to life, maybe.
Say the word.
Can't.
I know. That's the joke, bitch. It's Scar's turn.
Scar's dead. Oh yeah, roll. Yeah, you gotta make the saving throw there.
Scar's dead. Okay, that's one fail.
My turn now, right? Or is it?
It is now
Oh,
Oscar's turn, because you already went.
Wait! I have Indomitable! I'll remember it next time.
Oh well. There's always next time.
16 plus 8.
16 plus 8 to hit, that's
Yeah.
well going to hit.
So I'm going
This is 24.
to use inflict wounds at a level 4.
21, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else?
Yeah, I'm going to use healing word as my bonus action.
It is a bonus action?
Yes, it says bonus action.
What's that?
2d4.
2d4s?
Remember,
My
because it's Marley's turn. He hits. Yeah, he definitely hits. I did bring a badass with you guys. On purpose, by the way, just so you know. Drake Marley is very worried for his newfound friends and this crew, and
I imagine.
His crew's dead.
his crew is dead.
Well,
And-
not the rest of the boat.
Yeah, the rest on the boat are not dead. In an attempt to avenge his crew, he says to the dragon, "Look over here, you scary fucker." And the dragon looks over at him, and he digs his rapier into the top of the dragon's mouth. It definitely doesn't feel good. I'll tell you guys that much. It is the next character's turn, which is the dragon. Dragon gets to go. So, it is going to make 3 attacks. First one to Drake Marley. It's going to crit fail its attack against Drake Marley, because apparently Drake Marley is a badass and he can
Only
do
me.
cartwheels. Next up is the attack against Scargoth Stonebrow. It is going to roll a 24 to hit. Okay, that hits. I am going to roll damage now. Take 15 damage, Scargoth Stonebrow.
Okay.
It is now going to try to hit you with its tail. 17 to hit.
Negative.
Okay. Well then, it is when Drake Marley hits it, stabs it in the top of its mouth with his rapier. It bites down on his arm and shakes him around a little bit. It then proceeds to swipe at Scargoth Stonebrow with its claws, and then attempts to sweep you with its tail, but you jump over it. Good job, everybody.
I jump over it?
You jump
I
over
would
its
go
tail.
with a duck.
Okay, you duck under its tail.
Hey, ducks.
Good point. Helquin's turn.
He's a low-bearing character.
Yeah, I'm not getting very high off the ground.
Alright.
Not a dragon's tail height, at least. I will
I'm not using sharpshooter.
willingly admit that.
16 plus 11, so 27 to hit.
27 to hit, that will hit.
Oh my. do that.
Good.
I gotta
Get a 20 point hit.
I need 2 more d6s, please. From somebody.
Oh, fucking shit,
What?
man. Damn it. I forgot.
Take 28 damage.
28 damage from Oathbow.
Yes.
Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
That bow's pretty cool.
I love it, though. I'm so happy we decided not to strip down naked on the way and we're gonna fight.
I know, right?
You said 28?
28, sir.
Good job. Here we go. This is what I was forgetting, by the way, guys. Sorry.
Music?
Yeah.
There it is. Oh.
After Hellquin, it is Skargoth Stonebrow. Skargoth Stonebrow is frightened. He can roll to save against the frightful presence again.
The beginning of my turn or after it?
Now.
16.
No, you're still frightened.
I'm still frightened after a 16 roll? Shit.
Actually, no. On the nosy. Sorry.
On the nosy. I was
Yeah.
going to say, fucking hell. That's pretty high. Okay. Does that eat up any actions or?
No, you were just able to make it again. You cannot be frightened of it. You've overcome your
Can
fear.
I use a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to use a bonus action to feint attack the fucking dragon.
Okay. You're gonna...
No. Sorry. I take that back. I use a fucking bonus action to say, Eldsvad!
Thank you.
Fuck, I forgot that's a bonus action, so. And it's going to be a 28 to hit.
28 does hit.
$17, 18, 20 damage. That is 10 fire.
Okay. You activate Eldsvard, and he goes, "Let's go." And,
Second attack. Oh, shit.
you burn away some of its scales, cutting away its skin.
17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
Okay.
End of turn. Scar, make a death save.
That's all I can do.
One success, one win, right? Scar?
That's correct.
Oh, man. Alright, so he's done
One success, one loss.
one fail. Success.
Success. There you go. 2 successes. All right then. Scar's turn is over. It's Oskar's turn.
I have an inspiration jump.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, I do too. Fuck.
It's an old
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Charles
What is
Daly's
that?
making a
It's
triple barrel
16 or 19?
pistol grip shotgun. Or not pistol grip, but like...
That's enough.
To compete
Is
with
it
the
a 19 or
$1,000
That was a
that's
19.
out there.
19.
It's enough.
I think
All
it's
right.
a $5 on the price range for it to matter.
So we're gonna do another level 4. Inflict wounds. Which is 1.
I would have used Indomitable that time to fucking re-roll that save too. I gotta remember all my... We haven't played in so long, it's been hard for me to remember what I can do. Even,
One more.
I can re-roll a failed save once per day. Could have done that right away. What's the price?
All right. Let's add that shit up.
Holy shit, that's, yeah, a lot. 14, 19, 20, 28.
Joke's on us, we're gonna have
How
to
much?
fight the
28?
boss.
34.
This is done.
34, and then
And then?
And then
yeah, I can
And
do
then?
an attack
And then?
on a bonus action too. I just gotta remember what my attack bonus action was.
Did you roll your extra D8 if it was
That's all.
if
You
it was
can
weapon
only
damage?
use-
No, it wasn't weapon.
You can only use your attack bonus action if you use the weapon first time. If you use a spell, you cannot use your attack bonus action.
Alright. Okay.
But if you have a
Damn,
spell,
shut that shit down.
if you have a spell that
I
is,
thought I had a spell that
if
was...
you have a bonus action spell, then that works. But you do have a spell that does that, but it's magic weapon,
Yeah.
and the first time you use it, it's a full action, I think.
No, it's a bonus action.
Well, then it's spectral weapon.
No,
'Cause
magic weapon is a bonus action,
But
and you...
yeah, it just gives you a +1 bonus. You're thinking of spectral weapon.
Alright, then I'm done. Go.
Dune.
Okay, well then after Oscar, it is Drake Marley. Drake Marley is going to hit the dragon. How funny would it be if Drake Marley killed the dragon? How funny would that be, guys? Just think about that.
We would all laugh and be like, "Oh, good."
Oh, ha ha ha! You brought another intern along, and another intern killed the big bad again. Because that happens every time, doesn't it?
No.
It happened last
It
time.
needs to happen because I gotta get to work, so let's get this going.
Drake Marley takes out his rapier and he slashes against the dragon, dealing not that much damage. It is now, after Drake Marley, the dragon's turn. He's going to roll to hit Drake Marley and roll a 5. He's going to roll to hit Skargoth Stonesburrow and roll a 2. He is going to roll to hit Oscar Vandal and roll a 5. So
So he rolls a 2 against me.
yeah, that's
I
gonna
use a
make 13.
reaction. I'm gonna use a reaction to roll 17 to hit.
17 to hit. That will hit. That will not hit. I'm sorry. It's an 18.
All right.
Okay. After
That
foe,
sucks.
it is Hellquin.
Way to get my hopes up.
Alright, man, drop the fish. Do something heavy.
Do something. Do something here.
Fuck, that's so close.
Yeah,
It's gonna be 30.
30 to hit.
30 to hit.
That's definitely gonna hit.
So close.
So,
Fuck! I just wasted a superiority dice on nothing.
On nothing. Yeah, I just wasted superiority dice on trying to hit a dragon.
Now I know how Percival of Clan Taxon feels. He wastes a level 3 spell.
so 8, 13, 17 plus 6, 23. 30 damage.
30 damage in one turn. Okay.
I just did that. I just did 32.
Yeah, I wish
You
I
did
could get.
32?
Yeah.
Damn. I guess this thing really is a badass.
If I could go.
I guess I'm really a badass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are really badasses.
We are badasses. I haven't been able to
Okay.
go.
And you use the
Oath bow.
oath bow?
And I'm aiming for where he burned away that skin. Those scales.
Okay. You shoot the dragon with an arrow, and it is gushing out blood, very near death.
No.
And
This fucking dragon.
Kills anymore.
Yes.
I ask if it wants to surrender.
Well, good. Ask if it wants to surrender.
the dragon is help. Oh shit! I forgot to re-roll my breath.
I lean in and
I
go,
don't get it anyway.
who are you freezing now?
The dragon is very helplessly groveling on the ground.
It's gonna be a hot day.
So
Not
basically,
quite
he's.
dead yet. Not
Well,
quite
does he
dead
want to
yet.
surrender or no?
Yeah. I lean in and say, who are you freezing now? And then give him the option. You can
Well,
surrender.
actually, I'm not going to let you do that because after Hellquin, it is Skargoth's turn.
I'm right next to it. I can just get it.
I can still whisper
Yeah.
sweet nothings when it's here.
I'll let if he wants to make a deal, he can. But
Do
I'm
you
not
want?
Gonna,
Do you want to make an intimidation roll against this fucking dragon with me?
Sure.
With fucking advantage.
what are you? Okay, can I just ask what's your guys' intention here? Like, what are you trying to do with
He's
it?
trying to make it surrender. Otherwise, I'm gonna fucking kill it.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what we're
I
gonna
mean,
have
sure.
to do.
I mean, it's a chromatic dragon.
Well, I want to ask because I don't know what's gonna happen after you kill it. Does everything just fucking fall apart? How do we get to this gold and shit inside of it?
This is a
Does
free,
this
like,
frost giant-
surrender action.
Does the frost
Okay?
giant unfreeze, and then we have to fight the frost giant too?
I am not
These
going
are
to
all
waste
fair
my
questions.
whole
It's
turn.
exactly-
I just wanted to know what their intention.
I'm not going to waste my whole
I have
turn,
intentions.
but I have a free action to say at least one word, and it is surrender, as he says. Give up. Is
Okay,
that
well-
okay?
And tell him.
Yeah, that's okay, but you're gonna have to wait for its next turn to see what it does.
That's fine. Do I get a turn after this, or is it going to waste my whole turn doing this?
If
What
you
do I
guys
ask?
want to tell it to surrender, you'll be waiting to see how it responds.
Tell him we'll give him the same
I'm
deal
cool
it gave
with
us.
that, but I mean,
Well, tell him we'll give him the same deal it gave us. Give us all your shit, and we'll leave you. We'll give you your
I
life.
can end this now, Nathan, or we can surrender.
I mean,
Tell me what you want to do, and I'll do it for you.
I say we tell it to surrender because
Well, I'm gonna
Well,
do this
he
with
gets
Nathan.
to go right
we
after
don't know
you, so
what
I'm gonna go
happens
kill it,
when
he
it
will.
dies.
I don't care. I'm going to do what Nathan wants, because he said he wants to try this. I will assist him in doing it. We're going to try and threaten the dragon.
Okay.
Tell him we're gonna give him the same option he gave
Yeah,
us.
that's fine.
That's what you tell
Surrender.
it.
Yeah.
Surrender, or you die. Not good. Both of us are low.
Can I roll?
No.
What is that? 8
Anybody have inspiration? Does
That's
anybody have
9.
inspiration?
It's below 10.
10.
That's too bad. I just.
No. That's
I don't
not
want to
good.
play the game. I don't want to be like, yeah.
That's my turn, isn't it?
The dragon successfully recharges its cold breath.
fine.
That sucks. I should have just killed it.
It's gonna take both the dwarves.
Yep, that's fine. I made that decision to fucking...
You're within a 60 foot
Do it.
cone as well. The only one who I would say is not within this cone is Drake, Marley, and the cat.
That's fine.
Everybody
Just hit
everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution?
Yes. 16 on the con save. No.
23.
Yes. Half damage for you.
Yeah, okay. As it murders him still. This is what we get.
What'd you get?
22.
Half damage for you.
I'm using a reaction to take none
You can do that every time.
as a reaction.
It's crazy. Cool.
If I have a reaction available.
Good for you. I'm taking the lower of the two because that one kind of landed on its side. 43 damage.
Take half of 43.
If you're taking half, it's half of 43. To the
So like
boys.
22.
Half of 43, it's rounded up, so yeah.
It's coming from one source directed at me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can use a reaction to take none.
That's fair. You take no damage. Alright, how's everybody looking?
Good.
Alright,
Good.
the dragon now gets 3 more attacks.
Jesus.
They're not dragons for nothing.
Yeah, I should have fucking attacked it.
Well, it'd been
Drake
really
Marley.
cool. It'd been really cool if he just surrendered. but-
17 to hit Drake Marley.
I rolled fucking 8.
Is going to hit.
I wanted to try and rift off to everybody. One time I do that, it doesn't work. Mechanics said I should have just fucking done it. But I also know we have a friend in a dragon elsewhere.
Okay, so it successfully slashes Drake Marley, and Drake Marley begins gushing blood.
Gargoth's trying to make friends where he can.
Skargoth Stonebrow, how does 26 do to hit you?
Of course it will.
He has a shield.
$17, 25 damage. And for you, he's going to try to hit you with his tail. And he rolls a 2. So that would be 13.
No more fucking trying to convince the goddamn dragon. Take it out. Take it out. Take it out. Take it out.
It's my turn, right?
It's your turn. You know what that means.
You got one more turn. You got one more turn to do this.
Well, I got an 18 on the one, so
That's gonna do.
yeah.
I'm never diplomatically trying to solve a fucking problem ever again.
Never works.
Sword
15,
to the face
17,
is my choice from here on out.
17. 24?
24
17
hit
plus 7 is 24, right?
is
That fucking
enough,
almost took me out.
is
Oh,
the point.
okay. He said he's already missing an eye, right? Well, I draw another arrow and I pull it back and I say, "You should have taken the deal, bitch." And I just release it and I go through the other eye and just right into the brain and just he's down. He's dead.
A very clean kill.
Clean kill.
Oh, you got him.
Just like Hunt
Took
Hunt
him
the
out.
Giant.
You guys have successfully murdered. What is his name? Bozakher to death. And you are now free to roam about the cavern.
I tell Eldsvard, next time I decide to try and negotiate with one of your type, please tell me, don't do it.
Alright, so, do you guys want to just investigate this frost cavern?
Yeah. We investigate the cavern.
Okay. Alright, so let me see.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a bubble of ice under the ocean, filled with bright blue glaciers that are filled with gems and coins. There's a gargantuan ship that is being held aloft by ice, and a glacier is glowing brightly. So there's one that glows especially bright. There's the frost giant. He's frozen in ice.
What kind of belt does it look like he's got?
A fancy one. You want to chip away at it?
Yeah, with my hammer.
Okay, while he's chipping away
Sure.
at ice, I'll let you guys go ahead and investigate. Do whatever you want.
I want to go to the boat.
Okay, so he's chipping away at the ice. You're going to go to the boat. There are a lot of masterful works of art, and there are a lot of flags and banners, kind of just like little trinkets, doodads. Let me see. If you get, and there's anchors and pieces of ships.
I mean, there's no
On board the ship.
gold. I mean,
Yeah, there's gold and gems. I already said that one. There is, however, while you're investigating this ship, nothing of value besides one thing. A frost giant that is on board the ship that seems to have died at the helm of the ship is holding a hammer that looks a little something like this.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see it.
I want that.
Was there something you wanted to investigate while they're doing these two things?
Yeah, the two things. I want to pull the teeth out of the dragon's mouth.
You get dragon teeth.
I want dragon teeth
Hooray.
and the claws.
And the claws.
Then I want to go and look at the exceptionally glowing pillar.
Upon closer investigation, this brightly glowing glacier has the shape of a sword in the center.
Very nice. I just touched the pillar or the glass or the ice just to see the touch and kind of
It's cold.
very cold. So
It's very cold.
All right, I start chipping away at that and see if I can recover the sword.
Okay, while you're chipping away at this belt, you start to realize that it is going to take quite some time. And Eldsvard says, "Why don't you just use me to melt away the ice?"
As long as you don't bring the fucking roof down to me.
I'll try.
And I light him up.
It's much faster going now. You are successfully just melting away at the ice. You finally get to the point where you're about to breach into the frost giant. Do you want to continue?
Yeah.
Alright, then you breach in. His midriff is revealed, and you rip the belt off. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
And you have now received a belt of frost giant strength.
Ooh, didn't want that. He tried to get it off my girlfriend at that one the hotel.
That was a belt of hill giant strength. This is
Yeah.
a belt of frost giant strength.
You boys keep track of what we get.
You
I'm gonna get
are having an equally hard time getting to this sword. But
Tell me what that
through
does
your-
next time. Sure.
Fuck off
through
from
your commitment, you are able to get to the center. And let me see here. You unveil a weapon that looks a little something like this.
Fancy.
It glows brightly in the cold air. When you pull it out, the soul of the dragon appears to leave its body and imbue itself into your weapon. Puck appears at the helm of the ship and goes, No, you both have enchanted weapons. Isn't that nice? He just unveiled Frostbrand. And Puck has put the soul of Faux Zache into Frostbrand. So now...
What? Yeah. Does that mean I can control ice or some shit?
Imbuing the soul into... Oh, Puck disappears as quickly as he came. But imbuing the soul into the sword has given it a little bit of additional power. It does everything in the book, only instead of 1d6, it's going to do 2d6. Cold damage. So now you guys got fire and ice.
Woohoo! Wait, so it'll do 2d6?
Do you want to attune to it?
You know what? That sounds a lot more useful than my bone dagger. I go up to our Marley. I go up to Marley and I give him my. I thank him and I was like, we can't do this without you.
Right.
We would all be dead if it wasn't for you. This dagger has saved us many times, and I want to give it to you.
Very nice.
I explain what it does, and there's a catch to it and everything, and I say one day I might need this back, and I give it to him.
I appreciate the gesture.
And then I'll attune to the Frostbrand.
You attune to the Frostbrand, and you hear the voice. You recognize it. It is Faux Zache, which, by the way, guys, is Skyrim dragon, because I've been playing that shit through Skyrim. It means ice sword in the dragon tongue. In the dragon tongue. Just a quick aside. Faux Zache, you recognize the voice in the sword. It speaks to you. It goes, maybe I should have taken that deal.
I tell him, it was rather generous.
It was rather generous.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do in here?
Yeah, how do we get all the jewels and stuff?
All the jewels.
Well, I'm sure
you want to roll
that-
an investigation check on all the jewels?
Sure.
Yeah, I would love to, of course, loot the whole fucking room.
What would that be under? Just
Investigation. Look under your skills.
That's not very high.
Okay.
20.
Upon close investigation, you notice that the gems and jewels and coins, you could probably get to most of them, but a lot of them are frozen so deep that it would take such
Far
an
too
amount
long.
of effort. Yeah, such an amount of effort and such an amount of time and such an amount of risk that it would ultimately not be worth it. But close to the surface, there is a helm. A helm adorned with the most gems you have ever seen on a single piece of armor. And you think that you could probably get to that.
I go for that.
Okay. While getting to this helm...
I can assist him with my flaming sword.
Yes, and that helps greatly. While getting to this helm, digging down into it through the ice with the flame tongue, you manage to scrape up 750 gold, 3 garnets, 2 sapphires, and a ruby. You also get the Helm of Brains.
That would be good for him, I'm assuming.
It's
Nope.
not really for any of you, actually.
well,
It's highly valuable and but it's not for any of you, really.
And so, our adventurers had docked their ship on an icy island, and after fighting through many frozen perils, such as snow bears, water elementals, and finally a treacherous white dragon, they emerged yet again, victorious. They found many treasures there in that cavern, and new powerful weapons. But their journey would have to continue as they sailed home from the Land of Dune back to Stonesburrow to rejoin the rebellion there at their homeland.